get the batsman to come onto the front foot.
Finally a dot ball in the over, but 9 runs come from it as he does get a bit fuller. Good partnership this Paresh, I have to say. They've played ever so nicely. Poor old Abhishek Anand looked like a fish out of water out there for the majority of that first 3 or 4 overs, but since he was dismissed with the score on 11, these two have put on 68 off 46. They've done it easily. If you're looking for an advertisement and an acknowledgement as to just how far this beautiful game of ours is spreading, just how good granting T20 international status has been for every member of the ICC, look no further than today. They've already pulled off the biggest win in their history. As the captain Kendall Fleming said at the toss, they've already they're into bonus territory. Their goal was to reach the Super Sixes. They're already there. They're hovering towards dreamland now because they have Nepal in real trouble, as Kushal Bertel is called upon. And with his strike rate with the ball, I think it's a very good move. Nepal need wickets.
They definitely need wickets, not only one, a couple of wickets very soon. Talking about the partnership, it's a very good partnership between these two, Rahman and Fleming.
Slog sweep comes out and gets it all the way right out of the screws as Fleming continues to attack. Doesn't take a look at Kushal Bertel. And looks like we have more runs in this surface than we had in the earlier games in the tournament. But another superb shot. Loves that slog sweep. Takes on the fielder in the deep. Gets it over the head of Dipender Singh Airi.
Just gets us on the bounce. It was not that fuller, but back of the length. Another attempted pull shot, but straight to long on. Just a single is in this time. This is impressive batting by Japan. The confidence that they got after beating Kuwait.
Short ball helped away, and things are going from bad to worse here for Nepal, and real concern now. It's Rahman getting in the act. It's another 6. This one, the first one for the right-hander. 2 sixes and 3 balls. Not the greatest delivery. And Nepal are being run ragged by a highly impressive, a jubilant Japan.
That was a half-tracker by Kushal Bertel on the leg side. Pulled it away down to mid-wicket region for a 6. Rahman moves to 21. I think that graphic is on 27 of 18.
Yeah, our graphics have just got caught behind there. There was a single after that 6 from Karawaki Fleming, and then Rahman's taken the 3rd ball for 6. Already 13 from the over. It's driven very pleasingly. Should think of the 2nd, and because Jora tumbles, doesn't quite get to his feet quickly enough. The runs continue to come. Japan putting Nepal to the sword. Who would have seen this 24, 48 hours ago?
This is extremely good batting by these two batsmen. After hitting a 6, just plays it down to long off. Takes the 2nd run. This time around, a dot ball straight to Dipender Singh Airi.
Real story brewing here. Japan putting Nepal to the sword. This is a Nepal side that beat the West Indies twice 2 weeks ago. What a fantastic advert for the growth of the game and the depth of the game and, well, the wonder and brilliance of T20 cricket. With 12 overs bowled, it's 95 for 1, and the big overs are picking up and peaking up. Lamachani taken to the sword, Bertel now taken to the sword, and 3 of the last 5 overs have gone for double digits.
This is extremely good batting by Japan, especially Fleming, who's already crossed his 50, and Rahman. They are complementing each other very well in the middle.
You do have to remember that for the last 2 T20 World Cup qualifiers for Nepal, and obviously Asia, East Asia Pacific coming together for the first time, so The last two, one of them here in Muscat, and then the other one back on home soil in Nepal, they didn't have it all their own way either. They won 4 out of 5 here in Oman, didn't qualify. Sampal Kami returns, good change of pace as Rahman looks for the scoop, doesn't affect it both third and fine leg up in the circle. Then back on home soil, they ended up having to play the semi-final against the UAE because they'd lost to Oman in the group stage, which was a shock and a bit of a surprise. It meant that their semi-final wasn't at the TU International Cricket Ground, it was across at the Mulpani against the highest ranked side in the competition. They managed to outplay them and beat them and create those jubilant scenes. But there are a few scars, aren't there? Albeit from different eras. One with Pabudu Dasanayake and one with Monty Desai. But for Stuart Law, he knows that these qualifiers don't come easy. He's not underestimating any of the opposition. But make no mistake, Nepal are in real trouble there.
They are. They need wickets and need them very quickly. Credit goes to these two batsmen of Japan, the way they've played, the way they've complemented each other, the way they've rotated the strike, the way they hit the ball, recognize the ball and hit them out of the park.
Just peering across at the two dugouts, there's a very different body language between the two sides. Japan elated, looking really comfortable and confident, whereas Nepal are looking, well, a bit concerned, a bit cautious. Their trademark buzz and fielding energy is a bit flat, understandable in the heat, but at the moment they're staring down the barrel of, well, what could be 160, what could be 170. Every chance with 9 wickets in hand. Japan, there's no limit to their ambitions.
And they are attacking the ball. They are not just looking for singles, they want to hit boundaries. They are just swinging the bat, looking at the ball, swing the bat.
That's what impressed me so much last night in that game. Again, okay, he's missed out, but intent, positive intent. Kami's been the standout in terms of economy. A reminder, no Nepal bowler has taken a wicket yet, only the run out to fall. And all that Kami's doing that the others aren't is that consistency, that accuracy.
It all depends on your line and length. What Gulshan Shah did, he bowled shorter length. That is why he was pulled every ball for the 5 balls that he bowled in that over. The only ball was a dot ball. The last ball he bowled it fuller.
Pumped into the sky, goes a long way up, long on, comes around and holds on to the catch. Sandeep Jura, and Kami gets really deserved reward. He's bowled exceptionally well. It might have been a little change of pace again. We'll see on the replay. Jura does well because that was a steepling catch, and finally the Nepal fans here in such numbers have something to celebrate. The second wicket falls. It's the big one too of Rahman, who's got to go.
This time around again, Sompal Kami bowled it a bit fuller, and I think it was a slower ball as well. Yes, it was the leg cutter. Fuller though. A very smart catch taken by Sandeep Zora. He's a very good fielder.
Great execution, Paresh, I agree. It wasn't an easy catch, not just because it went so high, but also it's travelled from the bright sky there into the shadows of the floodlight. So, yeah, really good execution in the deep, and Nepal will breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. Can they get into this middle order a bit? The goal really now is to probably keep the strike away from the skipper and Karawaki Fleming, as we're going to see a slight change, well, a big change in fact. Unless Alan Kerr, the team manager for Japan, was serving us a few curveballs, he's indicated that Ibrahim Takahashi was going to bat at number 9. He's in at number 4. What's happening here?
Maybe he's out there to just pinch hit the ball. This is a very good platform for Japan to score around 170 odd runs in this innings. Sompal Kami has been very good with the ball. This is better, right, attempting a block hole.
Great over. 2 singles and the wicket come from it. Yeah, real wild card this one. Listed at number 9. Some teams are good enough to give us an indication or an idea as to what batting order they will go with. It looks like they had 3 batters padded up, but they've decided to go with the man who's batted it well, every position in the order with the exception of 9, 10 and 11, even though he's listed at number 9 in our order. The majority of the time he comes in at number 7. That's where he spent the majority of his career. He's played 42 T20 internationals, including today. Career best of 39. Strike rate only 123. So I'm not sure what it is that Japan have seen to change their order so significantly. Probably would have felt that Benjamin Ito Davis or Sabarish Ravichandran would have been in now. But maybe not quite sure. We'll have to wait to ask Kendall Fleming in the post-match. But they've gone with a big change. Gulshan Jha is going to bowl his second over. Change of ends for him. Rohit Paudel clearly seeing that something that isn't assisting Nepal spinners as much as he would like in today's surface.
They actually see, Lenny, they haven't bowled in the right areas. Only Dipender Singh Airi was able to bowl in the right areas, stump to stump, attacking the stumps. None of the spinners, apart from Dipendra. And even Gulshan Jha, he was on a shorter side in his first over.
Yeah, Rajbanshi's solitary over went for 13, Bertel's for 16, Lamachani has bowled in 2 overs for 20. Irie, the only economical one alongside Sampal Kami, really. So Rohit Paudel is having to adjust and adapt his bowling plans. He's probably thrown plan A, plan B and plan C out the window with how well Japan have gone, and he's just now rotating through what he feels is best for the very moment. Japan so impressive, and their captain leading from the front, 60 not out. What can Takahashi do in support? Looks like he's been sent out to have a go.
That is what a 9 number, he was listed as number 9 in the score sheet, but he's there at number 4.
Did bat 5 yesterday, and again that was kind of a promotion up the order late in the innings. Came in the 16th over, made 26 off 15, hit 3 sixes. So I suspect that's the rationale, but Sabarish Ravichandran made 39 off 29. Maybe the more likely option. Good change of pace. And chipped straight to Rohit Paudel, who takes a very good catch. Gulshan Jha pumped up, giving it a big celebration. Not happy with the position that Nepal were in the game, and well, an inspired piece of captaincy. Not just the catch he took, but the bowling change to go with it. And again, it's Nepal's fans that are ebullient and delighted. Clever bowling, clear slower ball, and a crucial breakthrough.
Yes, it is, and like we were talking about, he was on a shorter side in his first over. He bowled an off cutter, fuller length. The batsman was deceived, even though he was playing on 60. Fleming has to depart. A very well compiled 60 of 46 deliveries. Very well played by Fleming.
Yeah, I thought Fleming was superb, and I just wonder how much of the momentum of this game is going to swing now and shift with the departure of the captain. One captain catches out the other. Good catch that too from Paudel. He made it look easy. And we're now staring at a position where Gulshan Jha is getting a decent talking to. He went huge with the celebrations. It was off camera because we were watching the catch of Rohit Paudel, understandably, but he really gave it the big one. I suspect there might have been a bit of a send-off, possibly a few words, but that for me speaks volumes about the importance of that wicket and the position that Nepal were in this game, Paresh. They needed that wicket ever so badly.
Yeah, they needed that. That was clever bowling and good captaincy by Rohit Paudel to bring back Gulshan Jha into the attack with a slower ball. Deceived Fleming completely, and a very smart catch by the captain Rohit Paudel. 3 down for 99 Japan.
This time gets the length right again. It will now be Sabarish Ravichandran. Initially listed at 3, down at 4 yesterday. As he goes fuller, and on-pace delivery that beats the outside edge. That's got to be the length. It's not rocket science. Ball a good length.
Yeah, that should be the length. The first over was all short balls. The last ball that he bowled in the first over, that was a dot ball. That was the length.
Great piece of captaincy though by Paudel, because of all the options he had, Jha was maybe one of the more unlikely ones to turn back to. but he saw enough to think that it was the time to get his young all-rounder into the game. The 100 comes up here in the 14th over. And it's going to be a difficult final 6, isn't it, for Road Pedal to kind of plot and navigate his way through. Steered away. Should be a couple. Sampal Kami is quick, but he was quite fine, and he'll always get back for 2. 102 for 3 now.